Hello, me hearties. A very, very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McCLUE. Welcome to our Thursday evening internet phone-in. How amazing is that? This is show number 88. That's not bad, is it? 88. And this is the 25th of November, 2021. So we're 4 weeks exactly from Christmas Day. 4 weeks to go to Christmas. I hope you'll come and join us. Lots to talk about tonight, and as always, so little time to do it in. Evening, Scottie. How are you, buddy? We are fantastic. Lovely to have you with us, and a big dinky-do. Fantastic stuff. Evening, Scottie. How are we today? Says Drewski in North America. Drewski, we're outstanding. So lovely to have everyone with us from around the world. Quite amazing. Do you think I could get a shout out? Axun, consider it done. Axun has just had a shout out. Follow us on TikTok. Thank you, Axun. Scottie, sorry, DINKY-DOO, not at all, Greg. Lovely to have you with us. And a very, very warm welcome to our TikTok live and our YouTube live. Brilliant stuff. This is the way to go. We've got the internet phone in up and running on YouTube. So it's quite something. Now, only on YouTube and TikTok. TikTok obviously isn't actually the phone-in as such. The phone-in is on YouTube. If you want to join in the phone-in, then you can also go to the YouTube channel and you'll see the URL on the TikTok bio. So get yourselves onto there. People are very slow at realizing this. Bronchi says, Scottie, you've killed me laughing with some of your old uploads. So there we go. Fantastic stuff. You've made a few people's day. I would like to think so, Bronchi, and lovely to have you with us. And of course, everybody, Dan Hull, welcome. How are you? Everybody can actually get themselves onto the YouTube and enjoy about 3,000 archived videos of Scottie McCLUE, going back probably 30 years. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. Lovely to have you with us, DINKY-DOO. Afternoon to you. There we are. Now, talk about this shoddy government. No, we tend to steer clear of that because we're a fun stream. And very well, son. How's your day? My day, Dan Hull, has been outstanding. Met some beautiful people. As always, happy American Thanksgiving. Yes, a very, very happy Thanksgiving to all our fellow Americans. Hands across the sea, I say. Now, Rachel, you never, ever, ever ask on Scottie McCLUE anything to do with pronouns, religion, background, race, creed, colour. That's all old-fashioned divisive nonsense. We're all inclusive on here, so come on and be included and get yourselves onto the YouTube channel, which you will see on the TikTok bio. Good evening from the Highlands, says Chris Grant. Chris, lovely to have you with us from the Highlands, and a very, very warm welcome. DINKY-DOO, I say. Hello from Suffolk. We love you in Suffolk. Suffolk Punch. What about these beautiful big Shire horses you have in Suffolk? Lovely part of the world as well. Thank you. There's Maria Knight sending me birthday cake. Maria, is today your birthday? I want to know. Remember, there we are, DINKY-DOO. Hello, Scottie from Dorset. Dorset. We love you in Dorset. Fantastic. There we are. I hope everyone's good and having a great evening. Robocop, we're having a fantastic evening. This is huge. The internet phone-in is the biggest thing that's happening on the internet. So the smart people will get watching Scottie McCLUE on YouTube and TikTok right now. Scottie, you legend, wheelbarrow Pete. Lovely to have you with us. Hello from Norfolk, says Capsay. Capsay, thank you very much. Scottie, just a new gift. Maria, what are you like with your beautiful kindness and your generosity? All of you on TikTok have been so kind to me, but Maria is just outstanding. Maria, thank you. There we are. Mark from Yorkshire says, hello. Hey, Mark. Hi from Lark Hall, God's country. Hello from Burton-on-Trent, the Cathedral of Brewing. I used to broadcast to Burton-on-Trent. Yes, from the Nottingham transmitter. Tremendous. Dinky-Doo now. What do we got here? Is your throat any better, says Suzanne to Susan. No, still the same, says Susan. Aha, there we are. Scottie, lawn or link? I tend to be a lawn man, a square sausage man. But I can take a link if it's well cooked and properly cooked and very desirable. Hello from Germany, says Klaus. Klaus, are you a saint? Are you Santa Claus? Nicht Deutsch sprechen, ich bin ein Ausländer, nicht verstehen. Dinky-Doo, Scottie, good evening. Thank you, Mark, for following us. Lovely to have you with us. There's Maria is coming and joining us. Maria, thank you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying. I can't express the words. You've been so kind. There were followers as soon as you can, guys. Dinky-Doo. If you're feeling flush, Maria has been kind not only on the TikTok gifts, also on the paypal.me/Scottie McClue and the GoFundMe. Am I right, Maria? You've been nothing but generous, and we love that. What's the weather like at the moment, says Willie Fox? In Scotland, Willie, it's very, very cold tonight, actually. Very cold. Can you tell me why a knee would act up on a cold night? I've got a dodgy knee at the moment, and I don't understand why. Can you say hi to my friend James? He can hear you. I can. John O'Carroll. Dinky-Doo to James. Hello, James. Scottie, can you play chess? Bronchitas. I can't play chess. I once went to dinner with a top champion chess player, and it was a black and white tablecloth, and it took him over an hour to pass the salt. There we are. You speak a little German, nice. Ja, DINKY-DOO. Good evening, I say. Danke, danke, danke. Dankeschön, bitteschön. Bad knee in the colds due to arthritis. Peril, I'll tell you what I did. I was getting out the bath about 5 months ago, and I strained a ligament in the back of my knee, but it's the front that's been painful ever since. I'm sure your warm heart will improve the weather, Scottie. Willie Fox. We will do our best. It's not just my warm heart, it's the warm hearts of all the TikTokers and all the fabulous YouTubers watching right now. Dinky-Doo. It's all about the pressure, Scottie, with your knee hurting. Scottie, I'm in Edinburgh now, and you were right. There's plenty of history, my friend. Oh, falling down with history. Can you say good luck to the Celtic FC Pro clubs? Scottie, what are the pictures behind you? These are pictures of myself that were presented to me over the years. So there you are. One is when Scottie McClue started, the black and white one. The other one is a graduation round about the same time. Sorry to hear that, Scottie. I hope it heals well. I hope so, Peril. We'll see what it is. We'll have some experts watching that may be able to advise. What do you think of India Ref 2? Well, I think it's time to start getting on with it. Yeah? Because Scotland should not be being run by Westminster. Westminster's problem is that Scotland's been subsidising it for years. And if Scotland pulls out of the United Kingdom, then Westminster can't meet its balance of payments, particularly on fossil fuels. And of course, as you know, the pressure is to get rid of fossil fuels. Dearie, 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 dearie me. Jack says, can you say happy birthday to my mate Lewis? Have you ever thought about entering a supermodel contest, Scottie? You'd blow up the competition. You say such lovely things, Will. I say to you. I'm good, Susan. Dinky-Doo. How are we all? Fantastic. St. John's Town here, Scottie. Now, Peril, when you say St. John's Town, are you talking St. John's Town of Dalry? Yes, or St. Johnston? There we are. Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. Now, I'll bet you a lot of you are watching on TikTok, but you haven't followed. Please follow. Also make the effort to go to the TikTok bio, and once you're there, what I would like you to do is click on the YouTube link and subscribe and tap the bell. Follow us, guys. No, Perth, Scottie, St. Johnston, Perth. Right. I wonder if you meant St. John's Town of Dalry, which is down in the Scottish borders. Well, the south coast. Very interesting. Let's see what's going on here. Hello, you're live at Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hello, Scottie. Good evening. It's David.
David, about time we heard from you, La. How are you?
I'm not bad, son. I wasn't a wee bit well, but
I was thinking, I can hear it in your voice, David. I know these things. I thought this man's been nae wheel.
I mean, just this COPD stuff.
The COPD, your chest as well.
Yeah. You were speaking to Pablo. Was it last night?
Yes, Pablo from Salford. Pablo, from being a wee boy, has had lung challenges.
Yeah, so has Pablo got COPD and stuff? Yes.
I think he's got COPD. He had a very bad bout of pneumonia as a wee one.
Yeah, so did I.
I
had it twice.
Oh.
Yes, but that was in 2008. I was in the hospital twice. And I got out the first time. I didn't listen to my consultation doctor, and I went home and I went out again, and I was rushed back in with double pneumonia. It was actually not pneumococcal pneumonia I had.
Yes, so in other words, there was infection in it.
Yeah, because I told you
there was a streptococcus. Is that right?
Oh, it was horrible.
Yes.
I mean, I can't describe it to you. It's like 1,000 bricks weighing you down. The pain's so awful.
Do you know that it was an old distant relative of mine that cured TB?
Oh, tuberculosis, yes.
Yep, and he said at the time, he's a lovely man, very humble man, Sir John Crofton.
Yeah.
And he said that we cured 16 million people. Nobody believed us, but we did, because this country is very, very poor at acknowledging greatness.
Yeah.
You know?
There was something in the pipeline a few weeks ago about somebody actually caught TB. I can't remember, but this is in Scotland, Glasgow, and it was in the newspapers, in fact.
Well, there was a while it was coming in from places like India and Africa. You see, because they hadn't quite see what they did. TB was all over Britain in the 1920s. Well, the 1860s, a thing called the phthisis, and young people just dying of it.
It's horrible.
Awful, I mean, we think we've got a pandemic now. My goodness. When I worked at Red Rose Radio, David, out in the grounds of St. Paul's Church, which is where the offices were, was a mass grave from 1848 from the plague.
There you go.
Oh!
The plague, Scottie. I watched all that on BBC 3
Yes.
And that was really scary.
Here's an idiot called Jojo. We'll just get rid of him.
Get rid of him.
Just doing the Swanee half-witted idiot. There he goes. Right. Fantastic. Right, Davey, sorry about that. They're just daft, I mean, they don't realise that nobody ever trolls Scottie McCLUE.
I'll just say what he is. He's an asshole.
Oh.
But
you've said it now. No, he's not, because that's one of the most useful things. You see, actually, I'm not going into the words, but if you look at a lot of swear words, they're actually about some of the most useful things under the sun.
Well, mine is not good right now.
No, but we'll not go into that. We'll have less of the back chat.
But really, it was awful to talk about the plague.
Yeah.
I've seen these soldiers on a ship on that programme, and all these soldiers were dying one by one.
Oh, awful.
They were all terrible, and they were going from country to country. You saw it as well, didn't you? Of course.
The tuberculosis, yes, and all these things that just swathes and swathes of people were just cut down by disease.
Yeah.
But what about that 16 million people Sir John's campaign cured with streptomycin?
Streptomycin. So is that streptomycin? Is that like it sounds like a throat wasn't it?
Well, no, what you're thinking of is a strep throat, the same as you had the streptococcus. No, it's for the streptococcus. The streptomycin, I would think, killed off streptococcus, but some of our medical friends will advise me.
Right, I see. Right,
Fantastic.
well,
My Irish gran died from TB. She was only 36, says Suzanne.
terrible. And it's horrible, horrible. You know what
Yep,
I mean?
absolutely.
It's disgusting. Again, this pollution thing, when I had pneumococcal pneumonia, my consultant in my hospital says, David, did you stay in the city centre of Glasgow at that particular time? I said, yes. Now, he said they found a pus under my liver during the pneumonia.
Yes.
The pus came from cars, fumes.
Yes.
This is what we're saying today. The fumes can kill people.
Yes, absolutely. You're getting poisoned by the traffic.
Yes.
Do you know the most polluted street in Glasgow?
Oh, I would say Union is one, maybe?
No, Hope Street.
Okay. Hope Street.
All the buses go up Hope Street.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? It's awful.
So I used to work in the Theatre Royal.
Yeah, well, the Theatre
at the
Royal,
top
yeah.
of Hope Street. You couldn't get parked. And that used to be STV.
That's correct. Oh, I remember that. Oh, yeah.
Do you remember the old days? Did you ever queue to see the 1 o'clock gang?
Oh, yeah, and Viv Lumsden and stuff like that. I know.
Viv was there. Yeah, that's right. But the 1 o'clock gang was way back at the start.
Right,
Fantastic.
okay, right.
In the STV started in 1957, and Larry Marshall and the 1 o'clock gang. And they were just great fun. Everybody loved them.
Did you say Gary Marshall?
No, Larry Marshall.
Larry Marshall.
Yes, I know Gary. Okay. Gary's a big talent as well, but Larry Marshall.
Right, yes. Sorry.
No, not at all. Colalio says it's more Choke Street than Hope Street.
Well, choke.
He's telling us a choke.
That's why I'm glad now. I'm not in Morgan in the city centre. I stay in a nice wee place in Knightswood, and it's very, very.
Well, you're far better. You're out in the country effectively.
Aye, and it's a quiet area.
We run along the Great Western Road, and that's you out in the country.
That's the one, son. Yes,
you know, I used to get the bus. Wait, I tell you this. I remember taking my car in for a service, and I got the bus. And I hadn't been in a bus for a while. And normally I was looking for the Clippy. And of course, the Clippies had all gone. The conductress. So anyway, I says to the driver, I had a 5. And he goes, what do you expect me to do with that? So rather than inform him and get on his wrong side, I said, well, can you just change? He went, no, I don't have change. I says, well, what do I have to do? Do I have to get off? He goes, well, see if somebody's got any. So I turned round and it was all middle-aged to elderly ladies on the bus. And it's typical McCLUE. Instead of having a quiet word, I announced to the whole downstairs of the bus, I said, have any of you got change in a $5? And they all went into their bags and purses and started coming out. Anyway, so we didn't get mixed up. They were putting the money on a spare seat where everybody could see it, you see. And on comes these 2 old ladies, and one goes, oh, tut, very naughty, gambling on the bus. And it caused an absolute stir, and eventually I got the $5 changed, and we paid the driver, and that was it.
That used to be the good old days to get changed on the bus.
Well, it was quite fun. I think they were all kind of chuffed because it was a very Glasgow thing to turn round to the whole bus and go, have any of you got change of a $5?
I mean, bring that back. Yeah, honestly, bring it all back.
Well, I think people love a bit of that. And then I remember laughing my head off because one of the bus drivers told me he was wearing a flat cap. And this woman gone and said, oh, driver, you're like Scottie McCLUE the day. And I thought that was rather nice.
I was on the bus, Scottie, and I was coming down the stairs, but I was bouncing as I came down the stairs, and my head hot off the bloody ceiling. Everybody was looking at me, and I got a bad bang, but I was trying to calm it down. I get so embarrassed.
Well, you tried to calm it down. I mean, one day we had a driver that was slewing to a halt, and I kind of went off the bus and twisted an ankle. You know what I mean? It was all that kind of carry on.
Yeah. It's awful.
But I'll tell you what was funny one day. I'd stopped to let somebody out, and this bus pulls up beside me, and he opens his door, and he shouts out to me. He goes, "Oi, do you know what a bus stop looks like?" So I says to him, I says, "You should know that if you're a driver."
Yeah. These people, do you know what I mean?
That's what they deserve, Davy, for coming out with that smarty pants stuff.
Scotty's here outside my window right now. I've got a bus stop right outside my door, and I see my neighbours every day. Again, as you're talking about, I've not been on a bus for a long time because me and John's got the car.
Aye, I know, absolutely.
But I hardly go out. But when I've also got a bus pass, don't get me wrong.
Oh, but wait a minute, I love it. I can get on the bus for nothing now. I'm of a certain age, right? But wait till I tell you this. I phoned my work one day. I says, "Listen, it's just me." I says, "I don't think I'm going to make it by 9:15. There's with a meeting." And she says, "Where are you?" I says, "I'm on a bus." She says, "All right." I says, "I've been on it since 7:20.
Aye.
You know what I mean? You'd need to take a packed lunch with you. And then another day I got on and I says to the driver, I says, "Are you going into the tune, right?" And I says, "Are you going into the tune?" So he says, "I no bother at all." He says, "That's the way we go." Then he turned round to me after I'd been on it for a few stops. He says, "Son, I think I was telling you nonsense. I've just come off another shift. This bus, I don't go that way." I says, "Well, what do you expect me to do?" He says, "You'll need to get off and wait for another one."
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm standing at a bus stop in the middle of the morning waiting for another bus because he's giving me Duff Jen.
My brother one time in the city centre was, do you remember the old Odeon cinema?
Aha!
So we were coming round the corner of the old Odeon cinema. There was a 41 going round the corner. My brother put his foot just off the curb. The driver nearly went over his foot in the back wheel.
Oh,
he started chasing the bus and he's shouting, "Hey, you! Hey, you! You're not I can pull my brother away. I mean, Raymond can't do it."
Are you too young to remember when you could jump on the bus at the back?
Right, yes, I was too young then.
They were great. The old buses at the back, you could run for them and jump on.
I wish I was there in that time in life.
Yes, these were great. And the fare was something like 3 halfpence. 3 halfpennies.
Wow. 3 halfpence.
So that's less than 1p.
My goodness, my God, that's amazing, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Bronchi says, "I used to meet a girl miles away. We used to get the bus home in daylight. By the time we got home, it was dark." Davey, the one I love is it says, "I was standing at the bus stop this morning and I put my hand out to stop a bus, but I wasn't strong enough."
Goodness me.
Jumping on at the back, great stuff. Imagine health and safety now, jumping on and off buses from the back. Absolutely, Calelio.
As I said, I watch all buses on the YouTube. It's amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
And even the first time the subway began in Glasgow, way back, the first ever subway, then I seen it all getting built on YouTube.
Well, you see, the subway, Davey, up until I'm trying to think, probably the 1970s was the original one from 1890.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
it used to sugar and the smell. You had to watch it to get it sucked into the tunnel.
See, I love the smell of the underground.
Aye, it was great. But they don't go as fast as you think. You know, when you're on the underground, you think you're doing 1,000 miles an hour. You're actually, I think, doing about 15.
It's when it starts rattling.
Aye, because I looked out, the driver must have put his window down, and I could see the wall. What's that, dear?
Yeah.
Say again, sorry. Everybody was talking there, nobody was listening. What did you say?
Me?
You, what I missed you. What you said? We were all talking at the one time.
I was saying, when I was last underground a long time ago, again, I like the smell, but see, when it's travelling into the tunnels, you start to hear a big rattle, the rattle gets louder and louder and louder, and I used to panic and think, there's something going to happen to us people. It's weird.
No, no, they don't go that fast. And do you know mine used to sit like this on it? Used to sit getting rattled about.
I used to watch people's faces.
The new subway opened in 1977.
You're rattling all about it.
You're getting rattled about all the time. Oh, hey, hey. I love it. Here's a guy here. I can't stop laughing tonight. Just what's needed. Scotty, get the old liniment on your knee, says Charlie Johnson. I'll be smelling like a racehorse, Charlie. The old Gardner 6LXB in the old buses, the Leyland Arab. And the Gardner, she started up right away and then she went boom, 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 boom. And then she went like this, brrrr, as she pulled away, you know. Lovely with a crash gearbox. A guy's telling me he used to drive them in 1980 in steps, the Route Master. That was the one you could get on and off at the back.
The good old 80s as well. You know what I mean?
And I mind get on the bus at school and I used to say to the guy, hey, a half, please. And he would say, 3 pence. When are you going to start paying 6? I says, I'm only 12. He says, aye, that's the size of your boots. Hello, love, says Kitty Dragonfly. I'm celebrating in the US. Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Our fellow Americans. Hands across the sea.
Oh, wow, the US. You know what I mean, honestly.
Kalilio says the bus conductors had photographic memories. They never let you off not paying. But wait till I tell you a lovely story. A friend of mine was telling me a Saturday night they'd all had a drink, right? Most of Glasgow had a drink. And it was one of these bucket and wet, sort of warmish Saturday nights, right? And everybody upstairs was smoking. So the bus was absolutely stuffed. Well, absolutely. But wait till I tell you this. The bus was absolutely stuffed. It was thick with smoke. You couldn't see. The windows were all steamed up upstairs. The conductor came up the stairs, had a look at everybody, and then shook his head and went back down.
Oh, no wonder.
He thought, I'm just not worth the bother.
No, exactly. Do you know what I mean? The old days of smoking on the buses. Oh, yes. Do you know what I mean?
He thought, I'm just not worth the bother. Do you know what I mean? Passive smoking, there was enough there to clobber you.
When I was a smoker, I used to get to meet the driver at the terminus with my wee pals, right? And I used to say to the driver, can I come on your bus and maybe clean it? That was a low thing in the early 80s. And the driver would say to me, my wee pals, I come on and clean the bus, but we used to pick up half of the fags. Can you buy fags?
That's right.
Mum and Dad.
And you get your fags. And sometimes wealthy folk would put out most of a fag.
I would pick up off the ground and...
You thought, look at that, that's hardly been smoked.
It was amazing. It was hardly smoked, you know what I mean? Be my wee pal.
During the Great Depression in America in 1929, following the Wall Street crash, folk used to hang about outside the theatre to pick up the cigar butts from the rich people.
Oh, there you go.
Get a smoke, you know? Smoke a wee Havana.
I've tried a cigar. Cigars are...
Nice.
Have you tried a cigar, Scottie?
I had a sore chest for weeks.
Well, that's true. I think they're very strange, dangerous as well.
Very, very strange. Any kind of smoking, you know what I mean, is not good. I'll tell you what I used to do. I used to smoke a pipe. And I remember a friend saying to my father said, how are you getting on with the pipe? He goes, not too bad. I was only sick twice the day.
Yeah, my granddad loved his pipe.
They used to break themselves in with a pipe, sitting puffing away there.
There you go, of course. You know what I mean?
Crazy stuff.
Scottie, see your lovely home in the background. I'm looking at the background. You know, I've always liked it. And your wee dog with the picture, and your lovely, is it the fawn on the picture, and you with the suit on. I know you've got a lovely home. See, one night, why don't you record in your living room?
Well, it's just a bed set, you see, and I'm sitting on the bed. I'll put that up when I'm finished.
Oh, you're sitting on a bed? You can't be sitting... Did you see you're sitting on a bed?
That's a bed set. I'm sitting on the bed, so I'll put it up when we're finished.
I saw you.
And I've got the neighbours up the stairs. Shut your face. We're on the radio. We'll give them a knock up.
What a good call. Oh, I better let you go, eh?
Shut your face. We're on the party line. Get off the phone.
I'm going to party like you. Oh, shut up, neighbour. If you don't like me, move out.
Absolutely. What's going on? Do you know what I mean?
I love it. See,
What do you mean you want me to move out? It's my house.
I've got a neighbour down the stair, but he's never here, thank God.
Did I tell you that I sold my house at the weekend?
Did you sell it?
Oh, the council were raging.
Right. You actually sold it? Right, what did you?
The council were raging.
Right, what?
Did you get it?
Really?
Sold my house at the weekend. The council were raging.
You're after nuts, so you are.
Crazy stuff, you know what I mean?
You're a tongue twister, I love it.
Oh dear, you know.
Oh, you better stop it now.
It's like the guy, I sold my house at the weekend. Oh, you must be pleased. Oh, I was pleased, but the council were raging.
The council corrupted people, Scottie, to be honest with you.
Well, you know, but the only thing is, I can remember my auntie's house. And
right.
Yes, and they had an indoor bathroom. Because you see, not everybody wanted that. There was an old lady in Lancashire, and somebody knocked her door. Says, "Who are you frae, love?" She says, "I'm from the council." Said, "What do you want?" She said, "We're going to put an indoor toilet in." She said, "Oh, I'm not having that muck in the house."
Aye.
You know, that was it. But they had a bathroom put in the 1920s with these houses, and stamped on the taps. The taps were brass, Davy, and stamped on the tap was GCWD.
Right, I can remember stuff like that in my mum's days. And
do you know what GCWD was?
Why did they do that? Can you explain that?
Yes, I can. Do you know what GCWD was?
No, tell me.
Glasgow Corporation Water Department.
Oh, there you go, the Corporation of
the
Glasgow.
Corporation of Glasgow. That was the days. So now you've got councils, but you used to have corporations. And do you remember people used to talk about, we're trying to get a corporation house. And you know, you talk about if somebody's got a fat belly, you talk about their corporation. You know, you say it's got an awful corporation on him. So what would people would say, we're trying to get a corporation house, and I would say, well, you've certainly got the corporation for it.
I get you, I do. I mean, what's corporation houses anyway?
Aye, that was it. You called it the corporation houses.
Aye, oh yes, that was the
you didn't talk about council houses, you talked about corporation houses.
You know what? This is good chat. I wasn't even going to talk about this tonight, but I've got other things to say, but maybe another night.
Well, absolutely. I mean, we could say it anytime, but you know, I think it's just amazing.
Brilliant.
Bronchi says, bring the old Scottie back tonight. I prayed earlier for this, so there you go. Even in Manchester, the old Scottie's back.
Oh, brilliant. I was watching you last night on one of your old shows live, and you had a big audience, and you came on, you were in the mirror room.
I'm getting my makeup on.
Getting all banter, and then you went, hello audience, and you were talking about the women drivers. Quite good.
They were lovely, that audience, you know, they were just terrific.
But the video didn't last long, it cut out.
Well, no, it would just be a wee short excerpt from it, do you know what I mean?
That was a good day, so that is amazing.
These were great, and I mean, the live theatre, you know, it was brilliant. People would turn up, and then you'd go and have a wee word with them all later.
And you were doing the border news as well.
That's right, and I mind we were signing videos, and we went for a cup of tea, and it came out, and there was queues round and round and round the block in Glasgow.
You had your wee mittens on.
I had my mittens on, and I says to the boy with me, I says, there must be something on here. He went, no, they're here for you.
Was that the old STV studios then?
No, that was further down. I think that was one of the big shops with a well-known name.
Right,
And I mind for a laugh, I phoned the shop And I got the guy, and he says, "We'll just put you through to the video department." And he says, "Hello, video manager." I says, "Well, I wonder if you can help me." I says, "Have you got a video of a guy called Scottie McCLUE?" He goes, "Yes, I have." I says, "Right, that's good. I just wanted to check." He says, "Are you wanting it?" He says, "Because I would advise you to get in here now. It's about the last one left."
Yeah, that's honestly, that's amazing.
So that was, and we outsold Billy Connolly.
Oh, did you? Aye.
Yeah.
Really? Aye. Wow.
And we did. And I remember somebody on one time says that was the video that outsold Billy Connolly. And this guy says, "You couldn't lace the big one's boots." I says, "No, apart from when it comes to selling videos."
You're mad Billy as well, do you know what I mean?
I love Billy.
Because see that, when I seen you on that screen last night, that show, do you remember a show called Trial by Night?
Trial by Night, we were on that.
Right, that looked like that's kind of studio.
Yes, well, we were on that as well, absolutely, and they were having a go. And I remember a student started on me, and he said, "Your show's a lot of nonsense." I says, "Have you had your brain out?" And he turns round and he goes to the presenter. "See, that's what I mean. What right's he got to talk to me like that?" And I think the presenter was thinking, "Well, you started it."
Yeah, of course, aye.
No.
The bad day you can't speak what you want to do these days. It's not fair. They can't speak everyone.
Well, I think the thing is that actually the people are not at all shocked or anything like that. It's people making it up that they should be shocked.
I know, and it's really out of hand.
Well, it's see, I'll give you an example. There was one year somebody says, "We shouldn't put up a Christmas tree in case it upsets the non-Christians." And I said, "Have you spoken to any non-Christians?" No, they hadn't. So they just made it up.
It's stupid, isn't it?
Do you see what I mean? See, if I wasn't a Christian, I couldn't give two whether you put up a Christmas tree or not.
It's honestly a stupid, Scottie.
I'm just not bothered, you know what I mean?
Enough is enough, Scottie, right?
Do you know that Leslie Davis on TikTok has sent me 28 red roses?
Brilliant, we red roses.
Peril says Billy Connolly's birthday today is 79, is that right?
Is it? That is birthday today?
I can't believe that. Is that right? Mind you, there's Charlie saying the big one's 79 the day.
All right.
I love Billy. I think he's a wonderful man.
Here, right, I got a Facebook tonight. Apparently David Jason's passed away. But I think it's a farce.
It's a farce. Don't say it even, Davy. Yeah, don't say anything. Ignore that, everybody. We know nothing about it. That was a lot of rubbish. Davy, watch. Don't say things unless you actually know about. You know what I mean?
It's terrible. Me and John had to look into it. And to me, it's not true.
No, you don't get these things. You don't listen to any of that.
I just came on my phone, Scottie. You know what I mean?
People are idiots. I know, but I'd be obliged if we didn't say these things because it causes confusion. Causes confusion, you know.
Oh, I know, son. I know, honestly. Listen, I better let you go.
We better go, but you take great care of yourself and DINKY-DOO.
I will do. Or they'll be shouting it, or they'll be shouting who?
They'll be shouting and bawling.
Oh my goodness, DINKY-DOO, Scottie.
DINKY-DOO, Lala. That's our Davy. Excellent call. Very, very good. So there we are. Wonderful stuff. Now then, evening, guys. How are we? DINKY-DOO, Jerry. Yes, the big one, 79 today. Fantastic. Thank you, Leslie, for the red roses. Sour grapes in the vine. Absolutely peril. Who's this? Do we see? Hello, you're live in Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scottie, man. It's Martin.
Martin, how are you, Lala? Nice to hear from you.
You too, son.
Martin, do you know that Kitty Dragonfly, a beautiful lady in America, has just sent me 58 red roses?
Wow, nice.
Is that not beautiful? 58 red roses. Hi, Jerry, you're late tonight, says Susan. Jerry's late tonight, by the way, Martin.
Is he? No way.
Now then, what's happening with you, dear boy?
Emma's getting better. Slowly.
Good, good. Is she still in pain?
Yes, I'm still sore, but she'll be sore for days now until because when a bruising starts to show, it's going to take the healing process.
Right, right. Absolutely, yes. Yes, indeed. And then she starts to heal. It probably, because she's young and fit, she'll probably heal quite quickly.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what's that that you put on YouTube saying you had 1 million subscribers?
Did I say that?
Yes.
No.
Because there's a video on YouTube saying you said you had
No.
1 million subscribers.
No, it's not saying that at all.
What's it saying?
All it's saying is 1 million subscribers. It's not saying I have 1 million subscribers. Do you see the difference?
Yes, but are you hoping to get that?
Oh, yes, of course. Absolutely, Martin. As soon as possible. But if you look at it again, it doesn't say I have 1 million subscribers. It just says 1 million subscribers.
Oh, okay.
Do you see the difference?
Yes, yes.
You know, it's a very subtle difference.
So it's a very, very cold night tonight.
Oh, cold, Martin. My goodness me. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a lovely lady called Kitty Dragonfly, and she says she's in Washington State in the United States. Isn't that beautiful? And we're wishing them a very happy Thanksgiving.
Wow.
So we should have made this a Thanksgiving special. Yeah, and got everybody on from America.
Plus it's Thanksgiving in New York now.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's Thanksgiving all over America.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So they'll all be having a Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes.
So they might not all be on tonight on Scottie McCLUE.
No.
And do you know that I've got 1,000 likes?
Have you? Wow.
Yes. So there you have it. Here's Helga sending lots of beautiful red roses. Isn't that lovely?
Yes. So when is then your Christmas tree going up?
My Christmas tree?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm having a think about it.
Are you?
Yes, yes. I don't know when's the best time. Everybody says December, but it's going to be December very soon.
I've got a suggestion. Why don't you do a Christmas Eve special? Like, come on and do a talk on YouTube.
Well, we might do that, Martin. Yes, indeed. We might come on for Christmas Eve and maybe do a couple of readings.
Yes.
Yes, and maybe get everybody to come on and do a wee reading.
Yes.
Yes.
So you can tell us what to say and
yes, we can do that. 1,200 likes on TikTok.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Wonderful. Numpty Heed, they're wanting, as Daz says Numpty Heed should ring DINKY-DOO Scottie. DINKY-DOO Professor Numpty Heed. So there we are.
Yeah.
And I think everything's settled down there, hasn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Which is good, Martin. It's good. You know, we like a lot of happiness on here.
Yes. How was Emmerdale tonight?
Oh, Emmerdale tonight was absolutely outstanding. I couldn't take my eyes off it.
I've not seen it yet.
All right, I'll not tell you, but it's absolutely outstanding.
Is it?
Oh, there's never a dull moment, Martin. You can't leave it. I was thinking of going and making a cup of tea in the break. I couldn't risk it.
What kind did you have for your dinner tonight?
For my dinner tonight. For tonight, what did we have for dinner tonight? We had some beautiful brie for dinner tonight.
Nice.
Yes, and salami.
Oh, lovely.
So it was very, very nice. Yes, indeed. There's Kalelio on Behave Emmerdale. Kalelio, you're just a wee bit jealous because you've not been following it. Is everybody on YouTube subscribed? I was appalled last night. I think we had 2 subscribers, and I'd been up for 50 minutes telling people how to subscribe.
You have got 3,000 subscribers on your YouTube now.
Right. Just 3,000, right. Well, that needs to be 300,000. I love this. There's JD Donnelly says, right, this is for you, Martin. Do you remember Sergeant Schultz from Stalag 13?
Yes.
Do you remember that? Sergeant Schultz.
Yes.
I liked him. Hi, I'm on Invermectin. I'm feeling much better, says Geodog in Africa. Geodog was saying he had a strain of COVID.
Wow.
There, where's Matey Boy? We need his cheeks, says Ty Talk.
No way.
You don't think we should have Matey Boy back on?
No, because because I think because I was then looking at all the past videos on YouTube.
Right.
And when he called you that name, saying Dead Carl, I actually laughed at that. But I don't think he needs to come on and apologise to all the viewers.
Yes, I think he does. He should apologise to all our viewers. 2,000 likes on TikTok. 2,000 likes, and very often we've got between 2,000 and 4,000 people watching. So there you are.
How high does the TikTok people go on watching it? Does it go on beyond 3 million? Or does it stick at
right up? Well, no, we've had about 900,000 have watched all the TikToks, but only 18,000 followed. Now that's shocking. Everybody on TikTok should be following, and everybody with an internet connection should be following on TikTok and subscribing on YouTube, and that needs to happen.
Do you think they should bring all the TikTok people from TikTok over to YouTube?
Well, no, they won't necessarily come because not everybody with TikTok has got YouTube, and not everybody with YouTube has got TikTok. So sometimes the YouTubers will say, sorry, I don't have that. Here's a guy called Barry. Sorry, don't listen to Scottish people. Well, Barry, we will dump you because you're an idiot, but you need to learn to listen to Scottish people because they will educate you. But we'll dump you just now for being a halfwit. There's Barry away down the Swanee. Hang on a second, Martin. What an idiot. There we are. He goes. There he goes. Everybody should listen to Scottish people because they're highly intelligent. Scottie, what was the TV show with Schultz and Colonel Klink? I can't remember. Was it not Hogan's Heroes, Pearl Diver, on a Saturday night? Hogan's Heroes. It was a comedy. Yes.
Do you remember the Pink Panther?
Oh, very well indeed. Taram, taram. They used to say, where does the Pink Panther come from? I don't know. Durham. Durham, Durham. Do you get it?
Yes.
From Durham. Durham, Durham. I remember the Pink Panther very well. Do you remember Peter Sellers?
Yes.
Wonderful. Martin, I'm going to have to dash. They're going daft on the phones.
Okay, Scottie, Alan, phone back tomorrow.
Yes, lots of love to you and Emma. I hope she gets well soon.
The time is 9:49. You have only got 10 minutes.
Oh my goodness, I need to go. Schultz used to say, I know nothing. DINKY-DOO. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scotty. Pablo, mate.
Pablo, mate, how are we?
I'm not too bad, to be honest.
You're enjoying tonight, aren't you?
Oh, mate, you rolled me ears back tonight. It's like you've got these stars and guys and said, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be old Scotty McCLUE.
Well, this is what you were looking for, so let's have it.
Oh, it was class, mate. I don't know. I just fell upon some old videos, and I have in the past. But the one that really cracked me up, Scotty, which one was it? It was when that guy rang up and said he was a bit depressed. and you said I want to lighten up the mood and things like that. And the way all the jokes were rolling off.
That's Rob from Southport.
That's the one. That was class.
Yeah, Rob from. Everybody should go onto YouTube and look up Scottie McCLUE talks to Rob from Southport.
Yeah, and tonight when you and Davey was having that moment and Davey was laughing, it was like, I don't know, it's like I've seen this coming. I actually prayed tonight.
Well, you're a wonderful man, Pablo. I think there's a lot of very, very positive energy out there for Scottie McCLUE.
It is, Scottie. I think what people want to see is, obviously, there's serious matters, but I think you want to bring the old Scottie back. I know we can't get you back to where you was one point because everything's just a little bit, you know.
Well, the world has changed as well. Do you see what I mean? I mean, since I started, we've had 9/11. Then we've had Brexit, which has depressed everybody. Then we've had the pandemic. Then we've had austerity, food banks, all these things. So the world has actually changed a bit. I mean, you've got to remember, I was just having a go in the days of Maggie Thatcher and John Major.
Yeah. You had a lot of topics as well going.
With a lot of topics going, and we used to discuss Ireland because it was very hot at the time.
Yeah. You had a lot of crazy stuff going on. I'm saying crazy stuff happens in the world, but you had crazy.
Well, it does happen. We had the Windsor Castle fire, I remember, in 1992.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, huge things happening all the time in the world, and we covered it on the phone in.
Yeah, Scottie, was you on the phone when, what was his name? Was it Jack the Ripper or Jack Frost was on the loose? Was you on a talk show
then? No, that was a bit earlier.
Right, because I could imagine there was a lot of scared people about.
That was a bit earlier, but what I can tell you is I remember sitting having my lunch outside a shop in Sheffield, and it was a beautiful day, and I was with one of the top journalists, and I said, you know, it is such a beautiful part of the world, this. And he turned round to me and said, beautiful part of the world. See that car park over there? He went, that's where they caught the Ripper.
Wow, that's mad. My mum told me a story that obviously he was getting about, wasn't he, Scottie? And he was writing to the police saying, I'm here in such place or something like that, I think, anyway. Anyway, he was supposed to be in Manchester or Lancashire. And my mum at the time, she was on go to the Chippy, which was not far from the house. And she said there was this man walking behind her. It wasn't Jack the Ripper, but obviously what was going round, she probably was scared. She said she just threw a chip and ran home.
Yeah, well, you see, it's very strange. It's just one person, upsetting so many people.
All the hysteria that was going on as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad nothing like that's happened in my time. I know some like crazy stuff going on, missing children, which is sad.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we used to have, you'll remember the discussions, we used to have the Hindley and Brady discussions on the phone in at night in Manchester.
Yeah, I remember it vaguely, and I remember you actually bringing this back up a while ago when we had the conversation about, what was it, Scottie? Did you speak to, what was it that you spoke to a person about?
Spoke to a guy who told me that him and his little brother had gone to a Manchester game, and they came out, and Hindley and Brady stopped in their Ford Prefect or whatever it is. She swung her legs out and said to him, we'll take you both anywhere you want to go. And he told his brother to run, and he ran. And that was a call that night.
Crazy. That's giving me shivers thinking about it.
Yeah.
But one quick question before I go, because I know you're running out of time. Right? What did you prefer, working on the nighttime shift or the morning shift?
Well, funnily enough, I loved the night times. The only thing is you didn't really feel well till about lunchtime the next day because, so much had gone into it, and we very often didn't actually finish work till maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then, of course, you go home, you relax, you have something to eat. By that time, it's about 5. You then go to your bed. Now, the world wakes up at 8 and 9, so people start ringing you. Hello. So I thought, well, what I'll do, I'll ring you on my way home after work tonight. And they go, what do you mean? That'll be about 3 in the morning. I said, well, what's the problem? You know?
Scottie, what was the best part of all the intelligent conversations you got at the night time or the nonsense in the morning?
All of it. The whole show was an absolute scream. I loved the intelligent people. I loved the numpties. I loved the intelligent people pretending to be numpties. And I loved the numpties pretending to be intelligent.
Oh, quality, Scottie.
They were great. I remember a guy phoning one night. We were talking, in those days, there was a lot of them still alive. And we're talking about it taking off in a Spitfire. Now, I know the takeoff procedure for the Spitfire. I know it sounds a bit crazy and a bit unusual, but this guy told me he was a Spitfire pilot. So I said, well, talk me through the takeoff. And he's going, well, will you start her up like, you know? I said, yeah, I know you do. And we're going on like this, and he was getting more and more squirmish. I said, you've never seen a Spitfire in your life.
I think I remember that one, Scottie, because what you just said there, you've never seen a Spitfire in your life.
Yeah, that was it. And then another guy came on, he said, I'm a lawyer. So I gave him some legal terms. I said, what does that mean? He went, never mind that just now. Just listen to what I'm saying. I said, no. Tell us what that means. And I kept this up, and then I said, I think you're a liar, not a lawyer.
Hey, the best one was the Lancashire, what was it? Lancashire man. He wasn't happy that Scousers and other people were ringing.
Doing that. What are they ringing for?
Yeah, that was cool.
He kept going, bloody Scousers. What makes them think they've a right to phone this Lancashire phone in? I said, because Liverpool's in Lancashire, you half-wit.
Yeah, why don't they listen to their own station, Scottie?
Here's a lovely guy. Jim Cook says, are you doing a show with Alex Belfield? Now, Alex Belfield, I don't know if you've heard Alex, he's a huge YouTube star. Massive. Crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy stuff. Right, I think we're going to have to go. Lovely to hear you. Hey, take great care of your dear self, and Dinky-Doo, la.
Dinky-Doo, thanks for the laughs, mate.
And for you, Lala, take care of you. What a fine fellow. From Salford, there we are, celebrating Thanksgiving Day in the States with my wife and 4 kids. Dinky-Doo. Dinky-Doo, a walk with nature. We love you. In America, to all of you, Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Guys, I think I'm going to have to push off. We'll say cheerio to our lovely TikTokers. So we'll say good night to you guys. Dinky-Doo. There you go. They're beautiful, beautiful people, you know. And we'll see what's happening with our YouTubers. We've got just about 1 minute left. The Queen called it her annus horribilis. Yes, indeed. Alex talks highly of you, Scottie. English guineas. Yes, what a lovely thought. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
It's me again, it's David Scottie.
David, how are you, Lala?
I'm fine, son. I'm just tidying these things.
Everybody's been enjoying your call tonight, son.
I've seen Pablo there.
Yeah.
I like Pablo.
I mean, Pablo's down in Salford. He understands where you're coming from. He understands all the health issues.
I made a big pot of spaghetti bolognese, so see if you want to come at my address one time, I can give my address off air. Seriously, come to my house. I will get.
And have a big plate of spag bog with Davy and John.
Yes.
Oh, you'd never get rid of me. You'd be looking over at John doing this. You'd be going, is he going?
We could just sit on the couch and talk utter
You'd be going, there we go. I think John said he was going to get you a taxi, Scottie. And then when I out, you thought, my God, I thought he was never going to go.
You can stay all night. I don't care.
You give me a shaky doon in the hall.
A big clean bed for you.
You give me a shaky doon in the hall. Fantastic. A wee shaky doon. Davey, will you take great care of yourself? Love to you and John. I'm going to have to dash.
Right,
Dinky-Doo, Lala. What a fine fellow there we are. That's our Davey. We're right out of time, guys. What a tremendous show tonight, Thursday night. Join us tomorrow night, Friday night at 9 o'clock sharp. But get subscribing on the YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok and spread the word. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. We are big. Ta-ra-las, dinky-doo.